All right. Good evening, everyone. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me so I can know that you're with me. Great. All right. So my name is Dennislaw Search. I work at Dennislaw. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to this session where we'll go through Dennislaw, the search components, and some of the changes that we've made. Now, some of you may be aware that these changes has already been effected and you may even have experienced it, but found one or two challenges with navigating around those new features. So this webinar would give you the guide of a sense, the guide and the ability to understand what we've done, some of the changes that we've made. We've moved a couple of things around to streamline the whole experience for you. So over here, we're just going to demo some of these things to you. And then from there, would present the next phase of what we want to do with Dennislaw, some of the changes that we've made that would be coming out, a whole rollout that we intend to do. So in this session, we'll try to make all of these things clear, answer some of the questions that you have, some of the issues that you've had to deal with that you need our answers on. We'll try and provide some of these things to you within the next hour so that it is a helpful 1 hour for everyone. I'm really glad you've been able to make the time to join us today. And without wasting any much more time, I would invite my colleague Jesse Odusai to do the demo on the Dennislaw Search. And afterwards, I'll come in and I'll show you what we intend to bring to the market in the next coming weeks. So thank you. So Jesse, you can come in and share your screen.
Hello, Ellie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, all right. So my name is Jesse. I'm in charge of sales and marketing. So please give me a second. Let me share my screen. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, you can see your screen.
Okay, great. Okay. Good evening once again. So let me start off by welcoming all of you. Okay, so to get access to Dennislaw, one, you have to be a subscriber, or you can also access Dennislaw without being a subscriber. So what we've done with Dennislaw previously and now is that even if you are not a subscriber, you can still search for cases and then you will be able to find what you have, what you want. It's just that if you are not a subscriber, you may not be able to view the full case. Okay, we can just open a part of the case for you and then tell you to subscribe to get the full case. So to search for the case as someone who has never subscribed before or registered before, okay, it means that you don't have an account. Sometimes someone will see a case somewhere, particularly maybe he will try to search it on Google and then Google will suggest to the person that the case is on Dennislaw. Mostly, some people do that. So when it tells you that the case is on Dennislaw, you just have to click on it, and then it will bring you to the Dennislaw page. So when it brings you to the Dennislaw page, mostly you will see the case, okay? Just that there will be a part which is locked. Let me demonstrate for you to see. So to get to Dennislaw, come to www.dennislawgh.com. It will bring you to this interface. This is the landing page. So once you scroll through this page, it will tell you basically all what Dennislaw is about. So when you scroll through, you will see nuggets. That's the principles stated in the case. When you keep going, it will tell you some of our customers. This is not all, they are more than that. It's just that we may not have all the space to cater for them. So you see this. If you scroll through, it will tell you a little bit about the student package we have, of which we will touch on all that. Okay, and then when you scroll down, you see some small tutorial video there. When you click on it, it will take you to YouTube for you to watch, and some clients' testimonials. And then coming down, to me, this is the most important part, where you see our contacts in case you have any difficulty or you have a challenge, you need to speak to somebody. Just come to the lower left corner, you see our numbers there. We are located at Medina Estate. You can also pay us a visit, and we will be glad to have you here. And this is also our email address, info@dennislawgh.com. So as I said, if you have any suggestion, anything at all, even if you have a complaint, you can forward your complaints to info@dennislawgh.com. To me, as I said, this is the most important part of the whole Dennislaw, as you have this support system for you. And you look at the lower right corner, okay, you see this message sign there. It shows you that we are online. It's still not 5 yet. So from the hours of 9 to 5, you can have a live chat with an agent from Dennislaw. If you encounter any challenge, just send the person a message, or you can also call. The agent will pick up, and then he will assist you as best as he can. Okay, so without wasting much time, let me take you to our search interface. So to get there, if you look at the top, it tells you dear students, case search, cases, laws, news, gift coupons. We have a blog where we have all articles there for you to read, our price and support. Let me leave all that. So I will just be touching on the case search. Okay. So next is case search. When you get to the case search, this is what you see. Okay. You see this interface with the search bar underneath. This interface allows you to search for every single case we have on Dennislaw. So to search for it, what do? You just have to come to this search space. Okay, just click on it. And then let's say you want to search for a case, any case at all, whatever comes into your mind or whatever you are looking for. All what you have to do is just start typing it. So if you have any suggestion, I'll also take, or I can use any case to demonstrate for you to see. So let's say you don't have a case in mind. Okay, let's use anything at all. So like I start typing coffee. Once you start typing, okay, so now I have Kofi in this space. It will suggest all cases with Kofi in the title for you to see. That is what this space will do for you. You can use the exact search or the hand search, but I'm not going there now. Okay, I'm just sticking to the space and what it does and its functionality. So let me clean the coffee. Let's go to another thing. Mensa. Once you start typing Mensa, okay, so this tells you that you don't necessarily have to know the exact title you are trying to search. The issue with the best thing about this search space is that sometimes the title you know may differ from the actual title on the case. The title you know may differ a little bit from what is on the case. So this helps you to suggest that, oh, maybe the Mensa you know is Mensa versus AG or Mensa versus this. This enables you to easily find whatever you are looking for. That's why we did it like that. So let's say you type Mensa. It will suggest all the case title with Mensa in it. If you go to view all, and let me close this one. Okay. So every case with Mensa will pop up for you. Okay. As I said, you don't necessarily have to know the title of what, like the exact title. But then again, if you know the title, that's fantastic. All what you have to do is just continue typing whatever you want. So Mensa now versus the Attorney General. Yes. So right now, if I start typing Mensa versus Attorney General, I don't necessarily have to type the whole Attorney General as in the spelling. Okay. The system automatically predicts, oh, this person is trying to maybe search Mensa versus Attorney General or GH Mensa versus Attorney General. All what you have to do is just click on it. And then it will bring you to this preview to see all the cases we have with Mensa in it. So if we come down a little bit, let me go back to the search interface. So, okay. So now, if you look at the bar, if you look underneath the bar, okay, there are other options to enhance whatever you are trying to look for. So this case title, this case bar, this bar, it doesn't just work with cases, it works with keywords. So if you have the case title, it can help you search for a case. If you have the keyword, it can also help you search a case. If you know any Dennislaw citation, sometimes you might just have the citation in mind, or someone just gave you a Dennislaw citation. You can also use this search bar to search. Now, if you look underneath this space, there are options, the exact search and the hand search. Okay, so this is the exact search. This is the hand search. And then you can also widen the scope of your search or narrow the scope of your search. So let's say you want just title. You just have to come here, untick all these boxes, and then your search will be narrowed down to just the title. If you want to expand your search, you just have to come here, tick these boxes, and then your search will be expanded for you. So if you need or if you're looking for a case with a specific title, okay, just come here, untick these boxes. So now it tells you that the scope, you've narrowed it down to just the title. And then you can come to either hand or exact. Let's say we use exact. Now, we use Mensa. Shows that on the system, we have 3 cases with Mensa versus Attorney General. I think we are using the hands now. Let me use exact rather. Okay. Good. So since I used exact, okay, it will pick exactly as you have typed in that search space. So in the system, if you select exact, so now I selected exact and I picked just the title. So it will give you, the results it will give you is specifically exactly what you have typed in that space. Mensa versus Attorney General. So it will give you a case with the title Mensa versus Attorney General. As you have narrowed your search, it will not go beyond what you have typed and then selected. So in the scope, you selected that you want just a title and then you clicked on exact. So you want a title, a case title with exactly the title Mensa versus Attorney General. Once you've selected that, it will pick exactly what you've typed. But if you come to hand, okay, the hand basically breaks down what you have typed in that space. So this time around, we switch to hand instead of exact. So you come down, select hand, and then we still narrow it down to our case title. As I said, this time around, we will stick to the hand and see the results. So we will stick to the hand and then the case title, and let's see the results we get. Good. So now, if you select hand, it breaks down what you have typed in that space. It will give you a case with Mensa in it. It will give you a case with Attorney General in it. Don't forget, we are still sticking to the title. We've not widened the scope to other subjects or anything else. We haven't done that. All what we've done is we've decided to stick with just the title and a hand search. Okay, so now it is showing us cases with Mensa in it. It will show us cases with Attorney General in it. It's anything relating to what you've searched. Remember, we selected the title. Okay, so any title of a case with Mensa or with Attorney General or with Mensa and Attorney General will be suggested to you. Okay, that is what the hand will do. So don't forget, the hand breaks down whatever you've typed in that space. So let's say Mensa versus Attorney General or another case, Mensa versus AG or Mensa versus Attorney General. And then this time, as I said, this time we selected a title. what it will simply do for you is that it will break, if you go for the hands, it will break down those two. You have the Mensa and then the Attorney General. The Mensa versus Attorney General. I'm using another example. It will give you the cases with Mensa. It will give you the cases with Attorney General, and then it will give you cases with Mensa and Attorney General. That is what the hands will do for you. But with Exact, it will give you exactly what you have typed in that space. So if you type Mensa versus Attorney General, now you switch to Exact. We still continue to narrow it down to title and then research. Yes. Now it's simply giving us exactly Mensa versus Attorney General. That is what the hunt and the search will do. Please, do you have any question you'd like to ask concerning what I've touched on so far?
Hello, good afternoon, Jesse.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, I want to find out. I know you use the title.
Yes.
If you do hunt, and let's
Yes.
say Mensa versus Mensa. I just want, I would just wanted the search Mensa versus Mensa,
Okay.
and then yeah, and then I do hunt, but the decision. So I take
Okay.
hunt and then decision.
Okay. Then the decision. Should we add it to the title or we should just stick to the decision?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we've selected that and then hunt, right?
Maybe just the decision. Just the decision.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so just the decision. Okay, let me. It was still
Yes.
the title anyway, so. Okay, so this is the results we got. So with the decision, what it will do is that it will go into the decision of the cases. It will go into the cases itself. Okay, wherever the title has been mentioned will also be suggested to you.
Okay.
Yes. Please, can I move on?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, so this is what this will do. The decision, the DL citation. As I said, if you have a citation, just put it inside here and then search. It will pop up. Okay. All these filters help to enhance your research, whatever you are doing. So you can also filter by ports, you can filter by year, you can filter by region, you can filter by months. Okay. That's all for you. All these things are provided for you to enhance the research you are doing. Ellie, is there anything I've left out you'd like me to touch on concerning the search?
Yes, I think you've handled basically everything. You can just let people know that if you search a case, but for some reason or the other, you can't find it, but you're very sure you need it or it's supposed to be under this law, you can always use the request a case feature so that we can instantly update the case for you and provide it there at no extra cost to you if you're a subscriber. So I think that's something our members should be aware of.
Okay. So to request a case, once you come to the landing page, just look at the top. You see a list of items there, DL students. Just come, case search, cases, laws. Then you click on support, request. If it's a case, you click on case. And then if it's a statute, you click on statute. A form will pop up for you to fill. Okay, so you see this form. All what you have to do is just go through and then provide the details we need to help us facilitate whatever you need for you. So to request for a name, a contact, and then the case title. If you have a description, you can add it. If you don't have a description, that's fine. And then all these details, if you have them, you can provide it to us. We will. And then the most important thing is, to me, the title and then the year. Once you get us this, just press on the request and then you are good to go. This should be, okay, so this is the form and that's it. It's as simple as that. It's not anything difficult. Just go to the top, go to support, click on request, and then you are good to go. Ellie.
Awesome. So if there are any questions, we'll take them before I demo the new system. So if members have any questions, we'd like to respond to them. Okay, I'll take the silence to mean there are no new questions. So thank you, Jesse, for what you've shared. And now we'll go into the upcoming system, what we expect to roll out to users in the next couple of weeks, really. All right, so it gives you a new intuitive user or sign-in screen. So if you already have an account, you can simply sign in here. If you don't, when you want to create a new account, whether you are a professional or a student, the option to sign in to create an account is provided for you. So you provide the email after you fill in the other details. If you're a student, you would have to use an email that bears your student credentials. So if it's UG, it needs to have the edu.gh to verify that you actually are a student. And then, of course, you can't use a UG email for, say, Blue Crest University. The system would flag you down. These are some of the things that you should be aware of. But I already have an account, so I'll just sign in. And then would fill in a reCAPTCHA to show you are not a robot. Processes, and then within a minute, you should be signed in if everything is okay. So this is now the interface that you would see in the next couple of weeks when we fully roll this out. It's still in development, so you realize that some of the things that you'd see here, you'll not see on the current version that you see. But the search interface that Jesse just demoed is practically the same. So you maintain the exact toggles that helps you know exactly what kind of output should come based on the queries you run. So that if you run a hand search, it will look through every instance of the text that has the keywords you've defined. And if you run an exact search, it needs it to match exactly the layouts that you've presented. So that if you do, say, Mensa versus Mensa, like he's been demoing, you probably not see results until you add, say, a dot. So that is the kind of intuition that you must bear in mind. But of course, if it's hands, it allows for a wider window and then you can see whatever you're looking for. And so the search interface remains the same. One of the other things you should notice is that you can easily run some of the keyword searches here. Now, the idea is these would be dynamically updated from time to time. So you don't see these static keywords every time you log in. So every now and then you may see different keywords there just to nudge you in the search that you run. One of the key things that we want you to be aware of is that the way you would interact with Dennislaw in the coming months would slightly change because we want to make sure that you're using exactly what you need from Dennislaw. There's been a lot of products that we've developed over the period and that we believe that people may not have use for all of them. Now, we realized from the students package that people needed curated solutions. And that is what we're trying to expand to professionals so that it's not just the area of law that you can now curate to get exactly what you want, but with respect to the product itself. So somebody needs cases, somebody needs laws, somebody needs nuggets, somebody needs a combination of these things. You pay for exactly what you need and don't have to bundle up so many things that you may not really use at any material point in time. So that is one of the advantages that we're giving you in this new system that we're going to roll out. I'll quickly run us through the default interface and I'll show you how you can add new features to it. And then again, one of the feedback we've received has been the need to develop an AI system and realize that this system that we're rolling out in the next couple of weeks has an AI system that you can always use to improve the way you do your research on Dennislaw so that it gives you that kind of responses that answers the questions you need. So when you log in, of course, the default is a search page because it is a search repository, but you can come to the home tab and get a quick view of your activities on the system. So there are some quick access toolbars or buttons that you can use to run an advanced search. You can go into Supreme Court cases. You can look at legal document templates, some of the trending cases in a particular week. All of these things will be available to you. And then based on your own activity, you can look at the total number of cases that you viewed over a period, total number of cases that you have saved, downloaded, or searched for. And then you can see the activity of how your search history has run within the period. So these are some of the intuitive mechanisms that we think will help you understand exactly what it is you're doing on the system so that it brings you absolute value. You're already aware of some of us may be aware of the principles or nuggets that we have on Dennislaw. Now it's coming to our digital repository now so that if you need principles on specific areas, you can always go into those specific matters and just find the principles that apply to it. So let me just come to, say, company law, for instance. I can pick anything here. Let's say this, and it would show me a nugget or a principle pertaining to this particular subject. So it says the law is clear that shareholders of blah, 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 the details is provided for you. You can always check from the original case where the nugget is picked from. Give it a second, it will load. Yeah. And then it naturally would scroll down to where the nugget was picked from. So you can verify that the information that you've been given is accurate and actually is within the case that you've opened. So these are some of the intuitive things that you can do now on the system. There are several nuggets that are available and several others that we are developing every now and then. You can pick a particular judge and view all of the nuggets that they have generated over any period. So for instance, Anthony Benin has some of these nuggets that you can always refer to. And there are a number of other judges and justices that you can always try and get what they have done with respect to nuggets. You can also filter by the courts to know which courts or which nuggets are from which court, so they can know in terms of maybe which one has more merit or which one has more authority over the others. Can help your analysis and your arguments in that way. Now, for those of us who use the Dennislaw news system, we are familiar with the articles and legal opinions. Now we are bringing that view into the Dennislaw system now. So within this ecosystem, you can see all of the articles that either you or your colleagues have published to help you in your research if you are doing stuff like that. So in this instance, let's say you're doing something on company incorporation. There is an article that you can always check. You can always see who the authors are, how many views it has. You can always check the article to see if there are some insights that will be valuable for the specific research you're running. So that is something that I think you'll be interested in. And then over time, so again, let me mention before I even go further, we encourage you to submit your articles to us so that ultimately you'll be featured in the columnist section here. So you can see some of your colleagues here. And if you submit with us, once we publish an article in your name, you'll be featured in our columnist section. You can also filter by the categories, whether you're an academic, you're a judge, you're a lawyer, or you're a student. And even if you don't fall into any of these categories, you belong to maybe a general public, we can make room for you within this setup. You can always search the articles here as well so that the filtering that you'd apply would work. Now, one of the things we believe in is that we want to make Dennislaw a place where you are happy to spend a lot of your time. And so over the coming weeks or coming months, one of the things you'll see is an interactive system that enables you to learn, play while you learn so that you can complete challenges and get points that can help you build some score on your own account. So that's something that will develop over time. So you can look forward to this coming. Now, realize that from what I've demoed so far, you haven't seen the law reports. I mentioned an AI system, but you really haven't seen it in some other systems. That's because all of these are now packages that you can add to your accounts. Now, you can ignore this because this is not the final pricing. The pricing information would be updated as of when the system comes out. So you can ignore the pricing information you see. And let's focus on the apps and tools, which is where the bulk of the activity really happens. So you can see that some of the apps and tools are installed. So for some of the core functionalities, you realize that these would come, for some of you, it will come pre-installed because you kind of need them to be able to use the system. A place like DL Search would be pre-installed for some people, or even if it's not pre-installed, once you install it, it will not have the option to uninstall it because of the way it behaves, the fact that it is central to everything you do on the system. Now you can also see Nuggets is also installed and you can't uninstall it because it's also very kind of central to the things that you do on the system. But let me go into some of the things that you can add on and that you can take off. And we'll start with, let me talk about statutes. So the statutes here, again, you can ignore the pricing information because that is not the final one. But with statutes here, you can now, if you need, as part of the workflow that you operate, you need statutes to be able to do some of the things you do. You can install that as an app, make the purchases and everything based on the price information that has been given, and then statutes will be added to your bundle so that when you come here, now you can access the statutes as has been provided on Dennislaw. So you can access the Constitution here, you can access the Acts of Parliament, NLC decrees, NRC decrees, Supreme Military Council decrees, Armed Forces Revolution Council decree, PNDC laws, Gold Coast laws, and for the subsidiary legislations, you can see your CIs, you can see your LIs, and then your executive instruments. So if these are packages or bundles that you believe you'd use in your own workflow, then of course you can add them to your package and be able to use it. But if you think that you're okay using just the cases or the law reports, you just bundle the law reports on yours and can install the app. Now I have the law reports here. So I can easily, let me just open this. Just to go through how the law reports now look when you access them on Dennislaw. But of course, realize that we've still grouped them superior courts, and then some of the adjudicatory bodies are also listed there for you. Now, when you open a case, this is how it now looks. Of course, you have your basic information and all of the things that you need. You can view the full case. Now, over here, you see the citation as provided by Dennislaw, then the date of the case is also something you'd want to take notice of. Now, there's what we call the info that provides critical information or metadata on the case that you have opened. So you can see the dates of the case, the suit number, and the deal citation number. These are depending on the kind of citation you want to give to it. We don't want to limit you to just the deal citation, although you realize that the deal citation is also credible. It's being used in a number of Supreme Court cases. So there's credibility there. So if you want to use the deal citation number, we encourage you to use them. But if you want to use from the law reports, depending on how whether it's reported or unreported, the suit number can be a guide in your experience in that regard. And then you see the quorum, the judges here who was presiding, the other members of the bench, and the lawyers on the case. Now, if the principles on the particular case that you've opened is also previewed here for you, so you can see there's a number of them. And there's an election petition judgment, so you'd find a number of things pertaining to evidence, election petition here that you can refer to based on your use case or based on what you want to do. And finally, we provide an AI-based assistance or analysis on the case so that you can see the summary of the case without having to read the full case. You can see the subject index, some catchwords, some procedural history, where the case has traveled from, and all of that. Some issues for determination, legal arguments that were raised within the case, the holdings of the case, the ratio, the obiter dictum, the orders and remedies of the courts, cases that were cited within the case. So as we improve the system before rollouts, you realize that these would be more compact and these would be more intuitive so that you get literally every metadata present within the case, within the analysis that we provide for you. And if there are any legislations referenced in the case, you can see that without having to even read a full case, if you're in a hurry and you need some of these things done, then if there are any commentaries on the case, we provide them for you. On the side of the button of the screen, you see there's download. You can print the case if you're connected to your printer. You can ask an AI to have some conversations with the AI specifically on the case that you have opened. You can save the case or you can share the case. So when we roll it out, you'll be able to interact with these buttons and get the full merits of the system. Now let me come back here and show you something. Realize that when I select maybe this paragraph, I'm given the option to either copy the text that I've selected. I can tweet about it. I can post it on LinkedIn. I can post it on Facebook, or I can even send it on my cell phone, messages on WhatsApp. So these are some of the things that you can do now that we are rolling out on the system. When you scroll down, you can always scroll back up without having to use the mouse button. You can just click on this button and take it up. Let me go back to apps. I think there are some other apps that I can introduce you to. Yes, subjects and courses. And so for our students, realize that we've still grouped your cases for you by the courses that you're running and by subject matter. So I've added it now as a part of my bundle here. Now you can see for administrative law, we have 30 cases, 2 laws within this sandbox environment or this production environment. When we roll it out to live or for production level, you realize that all the administrative law cases on the system would have been updated. So it would naturally be more than 32, as you can see here. So let me just go into this. We can see something. We can try and see some of the administrative law cases. So here you see, so again, like I'm saying, this is behind the paywall. So by the time we roll out all of these constraints, would be clearer for you, and then you can see. So you can subscribe to admin law, to subjects and courses, for you to be able to see some of these subject matter areas, depending on the kind of subscription that you have. So if this is not something that you need, you can always just stick to the other parts that you need so that you get the value from that point. Then again, I think I saw bylaws. Yes. Let me show you how the bylaws also look like. So moving forward, you'll not only be seeing law reports on statutes, you'll also be seeing bylaws built from the various metropolitan municipal assemblies, district assemblies in Ghana. So for all 60 regions, you'd have them contained here. You can go into any of them. I think at this time, we have data. Let me show for South Songo, that's where we have the data on. So I can see one of the bylaws for South Tongo District Assembly. Sorry, I think later this data would be updated for you. So, but the idea is that we are rolling out bylaws in the next release of Dennislaw that you see. So that's something to be excited by. And then the research assistant, which is a system-wide AI that you can interact with, like you would your typical LLMs like ChatGPT and those things. So it comes to research assistant, and you can type your message, interact with the AI, and get all the answers to whatever you need from Dennislaw. So this is what we will be rolling out in the coming weeks. And if you always need to trace your steps back, we put this guided tool here so that it guides you on what to do when it comes to the system. So you're never left wanting. If there are any questions, I'll take them at this time. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time. So I'll take questions. I expect there'll be a number of them. I'm happy to answer all of them for you. Thanks. I think we have 8 minutes to the top of the hour, so we have some time to take some questions. So is this to say everything is clear? That would be very impressive.
Hello, Ellie.
Joseph, please go ahead.
Yes. So my take is I keep hearing in the coming weeks and the coming months. So will we be alerted when the rollout is fully completed?
Yes, absolutely. Before we take over the screen you're familiar with, there'll be an extended email to notify you. It would run some social media awareness for you to be aware, so you're not taken by surprise. So before we change the screens you're familiar with, you'd be alerted.
Okay. I'm really impressed with the new functionalities and others, the updates which are coming. So thumbs up.
Thank you very much. Any other questions from members on the call?
Yes. So I'd like to know if we will still have access to the old system for a period before you completely phase that out.
Yeah, so again, this is something that we can decide together for familiarity's sake. like we realized that when we changed the previous search interface, you still had access to the old interface, and then you could toggle between that and the new one. So based on the feedback we receive from members, if it's something that we think we should keep, we'd always give the option. But of course, because this is what the feature looks like, we would expect or would hope that members familiarize themselves with this new system as quickly as possible so we can completely phase out the previous version, you know.
All right, thank you.
Sure, it's a pleasure. I think we have 5 more minutes. I see some names. KB, I see Kobe, Kwamina, Megamind, Mildred, Sam, Sharon, Rebecca, Ash, Frank. I'll take any question within the next 4 minutes if we have. Or if you have any comments to, maybe not a question, but a comment, some suggestions for some improvements, something you'd like to see as we prepare to bring this to market, would like to hear from you. So
Hello, good evening.
go ahead, Kobe. Okay, so
And thank you for the opportunity, and also thank you for the effort in trying to make legal research less stressful. I have a quick question, and my question is in relation to students in the Ghana School of Law. Some time ago, I stand to be corrected. We got some communicate that we were going to have an account on
Yes.
Dennislaw. And I, for one, I was never unable to access the platform. I don't know if you could quickly address that. Thank you.
Okay, so I think that arrangement was made with the SRC. First, of course, let me apologize for the difficulty you faced in accessing the accounts. I think the arrangement was made with the SRC at the time. My understanding is that the administration has changed, and it's something we can really look into again with respect to the partnership there. And so if there were challenges with the accounts, I think our customer service representatives would contact you. You can leave an email in the chat. We would contact you and try to understand exactly what the challenge there was, and then see any room for regress or anything if possible. Does that help?
Yeah, that is great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Any other question? Okay, so there's a private message from KB. He's asking, please, will these new features impact existing subscription costs? So that's what I'm saying, that the current subscription cost, like we know, would be phased out. It would have a whole new pricing system so that you pay for exactly what you need. So if you don't need a component, you don't have to add it or bundle it as part of your package. But we'll come up with new costs that would be, of course, we understand the market we're operating in, so try to make it cost effective for everyone and not burden you so much. But then the current pricing would be revised for some of the things like the AI, the bylaws, and all of those things. The statutes would have revised pricing for all of these things. So thank you, KB, for the question there. I think there was one from Sam before Kobe started talking. Hello, Sam. I think you can come in now. Okay, I should think that is it. So that's all the time.
Sorry, I have another question. More of like a follow-up to what you just mentioned. So with the pricing, do you mean we will be able to choose the package or the app we want to use without necessarily having been forced to pay for the packages you set for us. Like I just want law reports. I just want Supreme Court and High Court, Supreme Court, High Court, and Court of Appeal. So I can just add that to my cards and then pay for just that, or I'm forced to go with your the bundles you offer,
So
like we do
there's
now.
right. Thank you very much for the question there. So there is going to be, and it's something we're still discussing. There's going to be a base package that, because of the nature of the product, it is a legal repository, a legal search repository. So there will be some base packages that, if you're using Dennislaw, you must have. So that base package would be there. And following from there, if you want to bundle up with extra or additional features, then you add those to your package. So that, for instance, let me come back to the App Store and quickly show you that. So for instance, I want to add nuggets or principles. That would have its own pricing information. So whether you want nuggets as a solo or as a premium, you can't just, let's say, when I'm using this as a loose example, because of course when we wrap everything up with when we flesh out the final price and everything, it will take proper shape. But for instance, you can't just take a principle without being part of the DL search and stuff like that. The idea is to bundle it as part of the base package that you have, and then move from there and maybe add whatever else you want to add, and add it to your cards and be able to manage everything. All right, so it is 5:02. I think that's all the questions we can take in this session. We are grateful for your time. We're grateful to everyone for making the time to be here. If there are any other complaints, you can always reach us on our social media platforms or via email at info@dennislawgh.com, or you can check from the footer and pick our phone numbers to be able to contact customer service. You can also always use the customer service bots that is on the Dennislaw platform to ask any question that you have. I thank you for your time. I will meet another time. Thank you very much.